Welcome to the American Dream Planner Quick Training. The focus of this session is to account for the fact that the client might be the recipient of a trust fund set up by outside sources such as a parent. To see the income benefits from this and the distributions, click to the tabular data, scroll to the trust fund, then click on the input for income trust fund, and we'll create a trust fund from the parents. And this does not have to be shown to be created only in the current year. So let's say that this is created in the year 2022. The amount of the trust fund initially established will be $1 million. We show management fees of 1%, and you can actually change the portfolio model so that we show the relative growth within that account. Now this is a two-step process similar to a CRT and a GRAT, therefore you need to save this before you can show distributions. Reselect from the grid, click Edit, look at the trust distributions, and we have three manners in which the assets held in a trust can be distributed to the client. There's annual income, scheduled, and event. The annual income, we'll create a new one. We'll show a cash flow beginning in the year 2024 with a distribution amount of 4%. So we're allowing the trust to accumulate a little bit from which, in principle, from which distributions will occur, and we'll save that. Goes to the grid. There can be event-driven distributions. So let's say, for example, we're going to create a new event, and we're going to help George buy a home. That will occur in the year 2028, and the amount to be distributed will be $75,000. And here is our use of the principal for paying the down payment of the home, and we'll save that. Any individual event-driven distributions can occur and appear in the grid. But there's also scheduled distributions. So for example, if the parents wanted to leave a distribution to George, with 20% going at age 25, more going at age 30, the balance to be distributed at age 35, then that would be a scheduled distribution. So we'll click New. Need to give it a name as a scheduled distribution. And let's say this is to occur in the year 2025. And the amount to be distributed is not a dollar amount, but a percentage of, let's say, 25% of the principal that occurs. And here's that event for the scheduled amount, and we'll save that. We can create a second distribution in this fashion. And this one will occur in the year 2032. From which 30% of the estate will be distributed. And here's our distribution amount, and save that. It's important to note that the final distribution, if the entire trust fund is to go outright to the child at a particular time, that the final distribution percentage needs to be 100%. If, however, this is a trust fund really designed to be a benefit not only to one generation for the client, but to that client's descendants, we can show that the amount that's to be held for that skip generation will be in the first column, showing the cash flow to the current generation in the second column. These items may be subject to generation skipping transfer tax, depending upon how all of that has been created in their estate plan, but we can show the amount that is to be distributed finally to those descendants. Any number of these scheduled distribution amounts and any number of these trust funds can be created in this manner.